Your father's realm was one of justice and honor. Our houses are bound by common blood and common cause. This Hightower treason cannot stand. You have the full support of our fleet and house.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we're almost there. The long wait for Season 2 of House of the Dragon is now only months away. When it finally premieres this summer, it'll be almost 2 years between the premiere of the first and second seasons. In this video, I'm going to cover the key events and other things I'm looking forward to seeing. So let's dive in. The first one wasn't on my radar until I saw the trailer that was released in December. But this shot of Rhaenyra near Storm's End suggests that she might have exacted some revenge after the death of Lucerys. Aside from looking distraught, she's also a bit disheveled and dirty. Did she and Syrax bring some fire and blood down upon the lands belonging to Boris Baratheon? Although that wasn't in the book, it's a possibility for the show. Now, one thing I've been looking forward to since Aemon lost control of Vhagar is how will the Greens handle what happened over Storm's End? I want to see their initial reaction when Aemon returns, and not just the aftermath days later. I think it's important for the evolution of the characters. We also need to see how Aemon describes it. Will he explain what actually happened, or will he just take full ownership of Lucerys' death? Will it be more important to him to be viewed as someone who can control his dragon, so he's then willing to be seen as a kinslayer who started a civil war? I've always felt that Alicent will take the news the worst of all the Greens, and the clips from the trailer seem to line up with that. She's going to most dread the war, and I think she's also going to be a bit disappointed in Aemon, the one child she could rely on. I was unsure if they would show us all the initial reactions in favor of a time jump of a few days, but after seeing that clip of Rhaenyra outside Storm's End, I'm even more optimistic of getting the immediate aftermath at King's Landing too. I'm betting that the opening sequence will either be there in King's Landing or Rhaenyra in the Stormlands. Cregan Stark is very important to the story as we move forward, and that's why Jace's visit to Winterfell is an essential part of the season. I'm hopeful that we get a couple of episodes with Jace in the North so that we can learn about Cregan, which will give more depth to the Pact of Ice and Fire that they're likely to agree to. In Season 1, Viserys revealed Aegon's prophecy to Rhaenyra. And this larger overarching thread, I think, will be discussed between Cregan and Jace. Very interested, too, in seeing the northern perspective on the threat from beyond the wall. George said that he's seen the rough cuts for the first 2 episodes, and that they're very dark. Part of this is the aftermath of Lucerys' death, but it's also going to include the retribution from the Blacks. This is the infamous blood and cheese scene from Fire and Blood. I won't give any spoilers for it here if you haven't read the book, but I hope that comes in episode 2, with the first one focusing on Rhaenyra coping with the death of her son, the Greens with Aemond, and Jason Winterfell. That's all more than enough. Of course, though, there are only 8 episodes in Season 2. That's 2 less than we had in the first season, so I'm a bit concerned that the pacing might be too quick. There's a lot to be excited about, though, when it comes to the dragons. We're getting 5 new ones in Season 2. The trailer showed Baela riding on her dragon, so Moondancer is certain to be one of them. Most of the remaining ones will be the wild dragons that reside on Dragonmont. Toward the end of Season 2, we'll see the Dragon Seeds. These are the bastard Targaryens that will attempt to claim these riderless dragons. So this will mean our first glimpses of Sheepstealer and Cannibal, and likely Grey Ghost. All 3 of these dragons have never had riders before, so you can imagine that this is going to be a challenge, to say the least. They're certainly not going to be lured by song like King Jaehaerys' dragon Vermithor, who we got to see at the end of Season 1 when Daemon sought him out. We're bound to see Silverwing too, Queen Alysanne's dragon. It's believed that she and Vermithor were lifelong companions. Then, of course, we're going to see the fiercest titans, Vhagar and Caraxes, go to war. They are the 2 most battle-tested dragons that the Targaryens have. I'm also very intrigued by the possibility of Aemon losing control of Vhagar again, and this could happen at Rook's Rest, our one big battle in Season 2, a conflict that will have significant consequences for both sides. After seeing the incredible job that they did with Aemond and Vagar versus Lucerys and Arax last season, I have full confidence that they're going to really wow us with the dragons in that battle. Even these early glimpses of Vagar are just amazing. Another thing I'm looking forward to is the potential return of Laenor, which was teased in the trailer with Rhaenyra meeting another dragon rider on the beach. The dragon to the right is clearly Sea Smoke. After faking his death, I think they have to bring Laenor back. His dragon can't be claimed while he's alive, and if they have him just die off screen, it would be a wasted opportunity. Not only would we get him coming back to assist Rhaenyra, but also the drama with his parents who have thought for years that he's dead. They just can't pass all of that up. One area where I'm just a little concerned with is that we haven't had casting news for two key roles, Daeron Targaryen and Nettles. Some have speculated that we'll have to wait until season 3 for them. And while I think it's possible for that to still work with Nettles, since she'd likely only make her first appearance toward the end of season 2, it just doesn't work with Daeron. He's Alicent and Viserys' youngest child, so while his omission in season 1 is understandable due to his youth and all the time skips with new actors, he really needs to be brought into the story in season 2. And not including him in the show at all, well, that would be a big mistake. On the brighter side, we are getting the show a bit earlier than anticipated. At first, it seemed the premiere would line up with the season 1 release in August again. But toward the end of last year, HBO announced that it would be in early summer, so we might be seeing the premiere as soon as late June. And while I'm excited about the show's return and see much to look forward to, my two areas of concern are the pacing, which was even a bit of an issue in season 1, and the potential of having two key characters left out of season 2, or maybe even removed altogether. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts. Is there anything that worries you, or are you good with everything you've heard so far? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button. And if you're interested in more on House of the Dragon and A Song of Ice and Fire, listen to Caraxes and subscribe. I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you soon.